The name Cadillac is French. The word Eldorado is Spanish. But the car is very much American. Buckle your seatbelts because we are going back in time. In Spanish, Eldorado means the Golden One. Legends of a lost city of gold buried in the jungles lured hundreds of Spanish explorers to South America in search of El Dorado. For Cadillac's 50th anniversary, they had a competition to name their newest vehicle. A secretary suggested El Dorado, and soon the golden car became a legend of its own. By the early 70s, Cadillac built almost 30,000 of these luxury coupes annually. This 1972 is one of 7,975 convertibles built that year. It's a car that could only exist in the United States. At 18.5 feet long and over 6.5 feet wide, the car is massive. Its personality is too. The front end looks like a battering ram, followed by several acres of hood. The iconic quad headlamps and vast chrome grille would remain styling features for at least another 15 years. It might have been the 70s, but Cadillac still had the slightest hint of tail fins, which flow effortlessly into the rest of the body. The car's enormous exterior allows for a spacious interior. 2 bench seats provide enough room for 6 people to sit comfortably, and I counted at least 4 ashtrays. The horribly tacky fake wood and the gaps between the plastic panels would make a modern automotive journalist cringe. However, I'm willing to overlook these because I absolutely love the horizontal speedometer. Actually, I love a lot of things about this car. There's just something magical about sitting down on the cushy bench seat, turning the key, and hearing the engine roar to life. That engine, by the way, is an 8.2-liter V8. Yes, you heard right, 8.2 liters. When Lincoln bested Cadillac with a 460 cubic inch engine, Cadillac retaliated by shoving this 500 cubic inch monster under its massive hood. To this day, it holds the record as the largest gasoline V8 ever in a production car. It's the kind of overkill that could only happen in America. By the 1970s, pollution regulations started to creep in, and lots of cars found their powerful engines losing power.
Once you get up to 8.2 liters, think about that. That's like 4 Honda Civics. There's nothing stopping you. There's no government regulation that can slow this car down.
And here's the kicker. All that power goes to the front wheels. Since 1967, the Eldorado shared designs with the Oldsmobile Toronado, the first front-wheel drive car built by General Motors. So if you punch the gas hard enough, which I would never do in such a nice antique car, there's a chance you'll hear the front tires chirp. Cadillac probably did not intend their cars for such rowdyism. At 4,600 pounds, the Eldorado feels much better cruising along at 50 miles per hour. People always use the term luxury barge as if it's a bad thing. I get it. This car is big. Maybe too big. But as a side effect, it has an amazing ride.
Check it out. We have a railroad crossing coming up. Now, an ordinary car, it'd shake your kidneys loose. But in this, what was that? I didn't feel anything.
As the decade wore on, convertibles became less popular. Changing consumer tastes and rumors of new safety laws for car rollover protection caused manufacturers to slowly phase out convertible models, until the Eldorado was the only one left. In 1976, even Cadillac gave in and dropped the drop top from its lineup too.
You know, unless you buy a muscle car, it's about impossible to get a convertible these days, and that's something I really miss. There's just something about that open air feeling. You can just really take it all in. And I mean, I guess if you live in the city, you're not really taking much in except for like pollution and concrete. But cars like this, I feel, were designed to drive through little country towns with flowers alongside the road, and a world worth seeing with the top down.
There are billions of cars in the world, and I have only driven a tiny fraction of them. But of that small handful, this is one of my favorites. I have found few cars to be as simultaneously comfortable, fun, and relaxing to drive. It will always have a special place in my memory. These old Cadillacs simultaneously represent the best and worst of America. Only in the United States could a company have the money to build a car this huge, the audacity to give it a record-breaking engine, and the insanity to make it front-wheel drive. This car is the embodiment of the American spirit. It's the same force that built the Transcontinental Railroad and landed men on the surface of the moon. It's also the force behind 10-pound cheeseburgers and political gridlock. The Eldorado mirrors everything great about our nation, as well as everything wrong with it. Which is why it's so fitting that President Richard Nixon chose to give a 1972 Eldorado to Soviet General Secretary Leonid Brezhnev when he came to the U.S. Whether Brezhnev considered it a peace offering or an intimidation attempt is unknown. Sadly, a nasty mix of high gas prices, foreign competition, and mismanagement put an end to the Eldorado. Cadillac's current lineup is a jumble of abbreviations and acronyms. While the ATS, CTS, and XTS are all excellent cars, none can match this one's style, and none of them offer a convertible. Decades from now, when fossil fuels are a distant memory, a few remaining enthusiasts will still share the legend of a long-lost car rumored to be grander than all the rest. The legend of Eldorado, the Golden One. We'd like to thank Circle Z Bar Ranch for letting us drive this cool car. Circle Z Bar Ranch has all kinds of fun roping and riding activities for adults and kids. To find out more, find Circle Z Bar Ranch on Facebook.